Welcome to today's beginner-friendly yoga flow for all levels with yoga blocks. We're going to take a lotus variation through the legs, so one leg rested on top of your other bent leg. Let's begin by taking a few rounds of deep breath. Close your eyes, straighten out through the spine, relax your shoulders and lift your chin. Inhaling always through the nose. Taking deep, expansive inhalations, filling your lungs. And with every exhale, just release tension and let it all go. Any stress or worries that you may have come into the class with, now it's time to just let that go. Draw each breath in nice and slow. Pause on the inhale with your lungs full and then slowly exhale also through the nose. I apologize for any kind of noise from the background outside. Can hear cars passing sometimes. Just keep those deep breaths going. Using the breath as a tool to bring us into the present moment. So today's class, we're going to be using our yoga blocks as a tool to extend through the limbs. So I'm going to be showing you that, explaining how it works, and then showing you a couple of yoga poses you can do in your own time, again using your yoga blocks. If you don't have any yoga blocks, that's absolutely fine. All of the things that we're going to be doing today is, take it or leave it. It's fine, either way. On your next inhalation, let's all raise through the arms, connecting the palms above the head. Gently drop back through the head, lifting your chin and extending forwards through the chest. Just take one deep breath in here with this gentle back bend, and then as you exhale, release your hands down behind you. As you extend forwards through the hips. Dropping your head back, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release back down onto your blocks. And we're going to come forward through the upper body. First, extend one leg out to the side and then the other. Make sure both of your toes are pointed up towards the ceiling, engaging the whole leg. Draw the kneecaps in as well and put a slight bend into your legs. Begin to walk yourself out into a forward fold. Moving nice and slow. You can begin to pulse it if you find it difficult to come forwards. Just gently opening the hips and lower back. Now begin to release your weight onto your elbows, interlace your fingers, and gently drop your head down forwards. Release the weight of your head, close your eyes, and allow your head to just hang heavy. Again, just taking a few rounds of deep breaths here through the nose. Allowing your body to get heavier and heavier as it moves deeper into the stretch. As you allow your central nervous system to relax, through deep breathing, your body will open up to you even more. A lot of people feel that they are not flexible, But for many of these people, they actually have a very stressed central nervous system which doesn't allow for flexibility. A lot of flexibility is a result from being relaxed. So keep those deep breaths coming and allow the weight of your body to come deeper and deeper into this stretch as you release and let go. On your next inhale, let's gently lift the head, bring your hands down beneath your shoulder blades and extend both arms, drawing back on those shoulders and returning to a seated position. We're going to keep the blocks underneath this right hip and we're going to move into pigeon pose. So just turning to face that right hip, facing the length side of your mat. Make sure that the blocks are in the correct position. So what you want is for them to be directly underneath that right hip. And then release your weight down onto it. And then you can release your upper body forwards into a forward fold. Make any kind of adjustments that you need to be more comfortable. And for some of you, you may prefer to do this stretch without the block. I'll leave that to you. Let's take a deep breath in on our elbows here. And as you exhale, release your head and neck. So you're welcome to stay here on your elbows if this is enough for you. You can also come a little deeper by resting your forehead down on your hands. Wherever you are, just close your eyes now. Focus on your breathing. You want to fill and empty your lungs with every in and exhale. When your lungs are full, pause as you hold the air into your lungs just for a moment. And for each of us, this moment is a unique amount of length. Do what feels right for you. And then when you exhale, just consciously release any tension you may be holding on to anywhere, both mental and physical. One more deep breath in together. And on that exhale, slowly lift your head. Again, bring your hands beneath your shoulder blades. Peeling those shoulders back, curl around your back left toes, just to give you a little bit of leverage as you lift and release your blocks. So we're going to bring the blocks to the front. And we're going to use the blocks through the upper body now. So bring your elbows down and then extend your right leg back. Slowly lower your hips. And we're going to come into an elevated Sphinx pose. Bring your palms together in prayer. We're just going to hold this for a couple of rounds of deep breath. Let's do one more deep breath in together. And as you exhale, lower your head. Bring your toes around, lift your hips up and scoot your knees in. Then bring one knee in and the other. Now we're going to bring the blocks to the central line of your yoga mat. Bring your knees up on top of your block. And then we're going to come into a child's pose. So just gently release your hips back. Extend forward through the upper body and release. Completely relax your neck here. Breathe deeply in and fully relax on the exhale. Allow the pose to support you where you are. Close your eyes here. We're going to just do a few rounds of deep breath here. This pose is an incredible decompression for the spine. I don't know about you guys, but it feels so good to me. Okay, let's begin to come out. Inhale as you step one hand in and then the other, extending both arms up. And then we're going to release the knees up, open them out to the side, lower them again. Just prepare your body to come down into another child's pose. But this time we're going to bring the blocks just slightly forward so that our chest comes down. We're going to go into a wide knee child's pose here. So reaching forward, slowly lowering the chest down onto the blocks. And then this is where you fully relax the neck and allow the head to hang heavy. On your next inhalation, let's gently lift the head first. Step one hand in beneath the shoulder and then the other, extending both arms. Bring your knees together, coming to the back of the mat, sitting on your heels for a moment as we prepare to come into a standing pose with the blocks. So taking your blocks, one in each hand. Essentially what these do is they extend the length of your arms. So we're going to take a classic pyramid pose, stepping forward with your right foot. And we're going to begin here in low lunge, just using the blocks as a way to stabilize our bodies and also a way to make sure that we are in balance from one side to the other. Begin to gently release your weight into the low lunge here. So what I mean by that is release your body weight into your hips and allow them to start sinking down. You've got your support through the hands, and that will control how deep into the stretch you allow your body weight to come in. We're just going to hold and breathe for a few more rounds of breath. With every exhale, you can allow your weight to just come just a little more into the stretch. One more deep breath in, And on the exhale, put a bit of strength into the hands as you turn your back toes around and lift up into high lunge through the lower body, but we're going to keep our hands on these blocks. So pushing back through that back heel, extending that leg, engaging that back left kneecap as well. We want our right front knee to be above the heel here. And again, let's just hold and breathe. We want good form through the body, and we've got our blocks here to support that. Slowly, you can again release your body weight into this stretch. And we're going to just do a couple of inhales to exhales with an extension. So exhale, extend back. Inhale, release forwards. Exhale, release back, pulling back on your right hip so that you maintain good alignment. Move at your own pace here. This is an amazing technique for improving balance and also flexibility as well. It gives you a really good idea as well, like what your limits are. Okay, so now we're going to hold this pyramid through the lower body. And we're going to check in with our alignment here. So we want to pull back on that right hip so that the hips are in alignment. We want to relieve pressure from the knees by pressing down into our blocks. And with our breathing, same as before, deep and slow through the nose. If you're feeling more confident, you can begin to lower your upper body down on top of your extended right leg. Wherever you are, let's just close our eyes together here and bring our attention and focus to the breathing. On the next inhalation, lift up through those shoulders. Look towards your front right foot, bending into both knees and then stepping your left foot up beside the right. And I'm going to show you just a funky little option that you can do with your blocks if you're a little bit more advanced in your practice. So blocks at the front stacked one on top of the other, or whatever kind of length and height that you desire. Step up, one foot then the other. Inhale and exhale to forward fold. So we've leveraged our height up so that we can go even deeper into our forward fold. Holding onto your blocks and gently pulling yourself closer to the legs. Let's just breathe and hold for a few rounds of breath here. Allow your upper body to relax fully so that the weight of your body is drawing you even closer and deeper into the stretch. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Bring those fingertips down, step one foot down and then the other. And here is another little variation for anyone who would like to join me. This is a yoga squat, but I'm sitting on my block, and this is a really great way to get into a yoga squat if you're just starting out. It offers definitely a good amount of support. You can just sit on the blocks and focus on straightening through the spine. I have pressed my elbows outward into the knees as well, and at the same time I'm pulling my knees in. In a sense, I'm lifting up. Guys, let's just close our eyes here for a few rounds of breath. This really is an amazing pose. We want to keep a really nice straight spine. Deep breaths. Okay, let's take one more deep breath in. Exhale, bring those fingertips down in front of you. Extend both legs as you lean forwards. And then we're going to step back through the right leg. Taking both of your blocks again in each hand. Let's run through the same sequence that we just did, but on the other side. So let's come into our high lunge first. And again, just checking now your positioning, your alignment. That's the great thing about yoga blocks. It's a good moment just to slow down, look at the body. You've got some support. Make sure that your alignment is correct, which is probably the biggest issue in yoga and doing yoga at home especially. Without anyone there to correct you. Just want to show you where my foot is at, make sure it's clear. Don't want to hide anything. So now I'm going to start to release my body weight into those hips. I'm drawing back on my left hip so that my hips are more in alignment. I'm using my hand to block connection to slowly, gently, and most importantly, with control, release my weight into the stretch. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper, so let's just gently lower your right knee. Coming into low lunge, release your back toes and just slowly release your weight into the hips as well. Now I ask you just to close your eyes here once you feel confident in your posture and just focus on your breathing. On your next inhalation, let's lift up through the head, lift up through the legs, gently release your front left leg. Bring your knees together at the back of your mat. With your yoga blocks, bring them again stacked one on top of the other and take them to about 3/4 of the way up the mat. So we're going to go up into the upper back and shoulders and neck again with this beautiful stretch and release. So what we want to do is we want to bring both elbows down. Let's begin with one, then the other. Bring your hands into prayer and slowly release back into your hips. Once your head comes a little further down, you can allow your head to come towards the floor. Release your forehead to the ground. Close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. We are going to hang out here for a few more rounds of deep breath. And inhale, let's press down into both elbows as we lift ourselves up, release the hands. And taking one block in each hand, I realize I almost skipped the pyramid pose on the left side. So let's step forward with that left foot, come into pyramid, using our blocks as a guide to come in and to slowly keep us in balance as we release. Pull back on your left hip, release your upper body down, close your eyes and just again focus on your breathing. Releasing your weight into the stretch, going a little deeper with every exhale. Beautiful. One more deep breath in together, and on that exhale, release, bringing the shoulders up, extending your arms. And we're going to move straight from here into pigeon on our left side. So bend into that left knee, lower your right knee down. Bring your right heel in so that your left leg is bent. And we're going to take our blocks, place them underneath that hip, get ourselves ready to move into our full pigeon. Inhale on the extension, filling your lungs, and exhale as you release, coming down. You can come down to your elbows, or you can come all the way down to the mat, resting your forehead on your hands. Let's all take one more deep breath in, and on that exhale, bring your hands down, extending both arms, releasing the blocks. Just for the moment, let's place them here. And we're going to swing around that back right leg, bring our feet down in front of us, and we're going to finish with one final resting pose with the blocks. So bringing them about 3/4 of the way up. We're going to be resting our shoulders on the blocks. So find your way in, take your time. You want them to be directly under the shoulders, and oh, that felt good. I had a click, a good one, straight away. Keep your legs at a bend with the soles of your feet down until you feel completely supported and secure with this directly under your shoulder blades. When that is the case, you can bring your hands down either side of your body, palms down, and extend both legs, one then the other. So this is a type of fish pose. It's very similar to a fish pose, but it's more gentle. And it's more concentrated on the area where the blocks are as well. So let's just keep movement to a minimum. Focus on your breathing. Just relax the body in position as is. For anyone who spends a lot of time at a desk or on a computer, or sits uncomfortably, or just generally has a lot of stress or tension built up in those shoulders, this feels really heavenly. And it really does open us up as well, and it corrects poor posture too. So if you are struggling with any of those things, if you do this every day for a minute or two, you'll be amazed at the difference. And just leave me a comment below and tell me if you feel a difference. Oh, this feels so good. I could be here the whole day, really. But we don't have the whole day, so let's all take one more deep breath in together. Really expand through the chest with that deep inhale. And as you exhale, release, bring your elbows down, lift your chest up, release the blocks from behind you. And let's come back down and come into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Just taking a moment before we release the legs to draw the knees into the chest, releasing the lower back. Take a gentle rock from side to side if that feels good for you. And release. Coming into a full Shavasana, legs relaxed, arms down by your side, palms facing up, chin just gently tucked in. Begin to lengthen and deepen your breath here. With every deep inhale, imagine yourself pulling in a white golden light. Imagine this light filling every part of you. As you exhale, imagine yourself releasing anything that no longer serves you, whether it's thoughts, feelings, physical tension. Give it away to your exhale and let it go. Wherever you are, you can either stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you need. And if you wish to close off the class with me, then please come into a comfortable seated position. I'm going to finish on one last deep inhale through the arms, lifting the arms and connecting the palms above the head. And exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. From my heart to yours, thank you for joining me. It is truly such an honor that you choose to practice with me. If you enjoyed the class, subscribe now and hit that bell notification icon because I release multiple classes per week. Wishing you a beautiful day. Namaste.